How many times did Vilgax double-cross others in the Ben 10 series? Why does Albedo keep teaming up with Vilgax multiple times? Which character did Vilgax betray the most? In this video, we shall uncover all the answers as we look at every time that Vilgax betrayed someone.
Our agreement? Once you give me Tennyson's Omnitrix, I can free myself from that hideous human form.
There's been a change in plans. I'm keeping the Omnitrix.
Vilgax, the master of deceit, has shown time and again that his allegiance is always a fleeting concept. Let's jump into some of the key moments when Vilgax's treacherous nature took center stage. We are going to start with Vilgax betraying Albedo in the final battle. The first character Vilgax betrayed was Albedo. In the finale of Ben 10 Alien Force, Vilgax formed a temporary alliance with Albedo, aiming to eliminate Ben and seize the Omnitrix for himself. The Cunning plan succeeded in capturing Ben, but the hero managed to escape with the aid of Max. After getting the Omnitrix, Vilgax decided to keep it for himself and refused to give it to Albedo. Albedo tried to retaliate, but Vilgax used his army of biode humangusors to catch Albedo and imprisoned him. This marks the first of Vilgax's multiple betrayals to come. Ben confronted Vilgax once more and threatened to activate the Omnitrix's self-destruct mode. Despite Vilgax's initial dismissive attitude, the destruction of the Omnitrix seemed imminent. Ben destroyed the Omnitrix and then got the Ultimatrix from Albedo, using it to fight Vilgax. During their fight, they crash-landed into the ocean. As a result, Vilgax underwent a transformation into a monstrous octopus-like creature, seeking to consume Ben. Nevertheless, Ben escaped, and the final battle ensued, with Vilgax ultimately left behind as his ship exploded. But Ben knew that Vilgax's tenacity meant his return was always a possibility, leaving a lingering threat in the cosmos. Next up, Vilgax betrays Dagon in The Ultimate Enemy, Part 1. Vilgax first teamed up with Dagon to try and rule the world with Vilgax working for Dagon. Later on, Vilgax changes his mind and allies himself with Siphon to tap into the malevolent force of Dagon. Their partnership leads to chaos and destruction as Dagon's power grows. But Vilgax's lust for supremacy takes precedence. He betrays Dagon, absorbing his newfound powers and evolving into a formidable foe, culminating in an epic showdown against Ben. Next up, Vilgax betrays Ben Tennyson. In Ben 10, Omniverse episode titled Vilgax Must Croak, Vilgax makes a dramatic return, this time as a prisoner being escorted by Ben and Rook to the Incarcicon prison in the Null Void. However, they face a relentless attack from Atea and her mercenary thugs, 66, 77, and 88, who are seeking to kill Vilgax. Vilgax is restrained by shock manacles to keep him contained during most of the transit. He takes pleasure in taunting Ben, mocking him for not having the nerve to finish him off in their previous encounters. Vilgax manipulates Ben into releasing the shackles so they can fight Atea together. However, he betrays Ben and attempts to escape, only to be recaptured and forced to continue the journey with Ben. During a standoff with their enemies and the plumbers, Vilgax saves Ben from Atea's attack, but he seems unsure why he did it. Later, Vilgax manages to break free from the shock manacles and knocks out Ben from behind, seizing the opportunity to escape in an escape pod. Next up, Vilgax betrays Eon, Albedo, and other Bens during the Chronosapien time bomb scheme. Vilgax's thirst for power extends to alternate realities as he teams up with Eon to erase all versions of Ben. His plan involves activating the Chronosapien time bomb, betraying other evil Bens in the process. Despite his efforts, the combined strength of various Bens thwarts his ambitions. In Omniverse Season 6, Episode 1, titled And Then There Were None, Vilgax teams up with Eon, Albedo, and others, alternate Bens from other timelines and dimensions to eliminate Ben Prime from reality. He recruits evil Bens from different timelines as his agents. Vilgax confronts No Watch Ben and Ben Prime, seeing them as a threat to their plans. During their battle, Vilgax revealed to Eon that there is a change in plans. Vilgax's new plan involves eliminating every Ben from existence, not just Ben Prime. Vilgax activates a Chrono-Sapien time bomb, intending to erase all versions of Ben, leaving only No Watch Ben, adding another betrayal to Vilgax's record. Professor Paradox intervenes and saves No Watch Ben, taking him to a pocket dimension. The story continues in the next episode, titled And Then There Was Ben. Vilgax reappears when No Watch Ben and Paradox go back in time to the beginning of it all. In an effort to reboot the Prime timeline, No Watch Ben disables Vilgax's ship defenses as gray matter, leading to Vilgax being mortally injured. Vilgax is eventually defeated by the combined efforts of multiple Bens from various timelines, including No Watch Ben. He is taken into custody by alternate Max and their plumbers, but later escapes and returns to the main timeline. Throughout the series, Vilgax betrayed Albedo twice. Firstly, during the finale of Alien Force, when Vilgax captured Albedo and refused to give him the Omnitrix. And secondly, in Omniverse, during the Chrono-Sapien bomb drama. Despite this, Albedo still teamed up with Vilgax again for a third time in the future due to his desire to return back to normal and finally defeat Ben Tennyson.